Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Edith Mologon, an international student in the United States of America. So this video, as the title says, just in case you're interested in coming to the United States of America as an international student and you have no idea on how much to save for the whole process, I'm going to give you a well-detailed information on how much you should have with you or save up for this process. Mind you that this information I'm about to share is based on what I experienced and some research I made. So there might be some variations here and there depending on the different individual with their different needs, right? You might want to apply to 4 schools, another person might want to apply to 10 schools, so stuffs like that. And since I'm from Nigeria, I'll be making the calculations using Nigerian currency, and I'll be using 500 naira as an equivalent to $1 for this video. So just in case you're interested to move to the United States of America and you're confused on how much you should save, how much you should have with you, how you're going to start the process and all that, you should sit back and watch. Ensure not to miss out on any detail in this video, because anything I'll be saying in this video is actually very important. So let's right into the video. So number one thing, as someone willing to come to the United States for graduate school should have, is your international passport. For you to get your international passport in Nigeria, you should have about 45,000 naira for that of 32 pages. You won't want to be extravagant by going for the 34 pages, right? Because you don't really need those pages for anything, at least for a start. And for someone trying to economize, you have to go for the 32 pages, and for the 32 pages should be around 45,000 naira. It can be more than that, can be less than that, depending on your state and depending on the office you go to and depending on the individual you meet. You guys from Nigeria should know what I'm talking about. So just keep about 45,000 naira with you for the 32 pages. So the next thing on my list is the GRE and the TOEFL. GRE and TOEFL, they are standardized exams you're supposed to write for you to get admission into graduate schools in the United States of America. The GRE is very important if you want to get admission, if you want to get scholarships. So you can never underestimate GRE and TOEFL. So some schools will require you to take the GRE, some require you to take the TOEFL, some schools might not require any of that. But to be on the safe side, it's advisable you take the GRE and the TOEFL so that you become more competitive. And the GRE costs about $205, and when you convert it to Nigerian naira currency, we're going to be having 102,500 naira. Then to send your scores separately to different schools is going to cost you $27. So for each school you're sending your GRE score is going to cost you $27. And mind you, when you take the exam there and then, you'll be given 4 slots to send your scores to 4 different schools for free. Yeah, for free. So you don't want to, misuse the opportunity. You will not want to let that opportunity go by. So just put in 4 schools and they're going to send your GRE scores to those schools for free. The amount of money you're going to be spending when sending additional scores to different schools, I'm not going to be adding that in the total at the end of this video. Let's go to TOEFL. TOEFL costs $225, and in naira equivalence is 112,500 naira. And to send additional score is $20, just like GRE. GRE is $27 per school. Then TOEFL is $20 per school. So TOEFL also gives 4 slots to send your scores to 4 different schools for free, so you won't want to miss that opportunity as well. So next on my list is the WES transcript evaluation. WES stands for World Education Service. So for you to evaluate your transcript to become that of US standard, normally US transcript, the CGPA is over 4. For most schools in my country, you'll find some schools using 5 as the maximum CGPA, just like mine. So I evaluated my transcript, and what I paid was $215, which is equivalent to 107,500 naira. And for you to send your transcript to a school, it's going to cost you $30 for each school. So depending on the amount of schools you're willing to send your transcripts to, if you decide you want to send your transcript to 5 schools, you'll be paying $150. So just like that. So just keep $215 aside for your WES transcript evaluation. And one thing I want to say about this is that not all school requires WES evaluation, right? Some schools require that you send your transcript directly from your school. They want it the way it is from your school. You don't need to evaluate it. So depending on the school in your home country, I think for schools in Nigeria, just keep 25,000 to 35,000 naira. But I'm going to be using 35,000 naira to make the calculation at the end of this video. Another thing to have in mind is your application fee. Your application fee is another thing to consider. For you to apply to different schools, you have to keep the money. Different schools have their different price range. So what I have here, I just made an example. Let's say you're applying to 4 schools. So a school is needing $30, another $45, another $80, another $20. So the total I have here is $175. And when you convert it to naira, we're having 87,500 naira. So this also is also dependent on the individual. If you decide that you want to apply to 10 schools, who am I? Just keep the money. Although there are schools that give app waivers, so make sure you watch out for that. Do not joke with app waivers. It's going to save you some costs, you know. It will make you to save money for other necessary things. So watch out for app waivers, which is very, very important. Another thing on my list is service fee. Every international student is required to pay service fee, which is $350, and in naira it is 175,000 naira. You cannot skip this one. You must pay it as an international student. Once you've gotten your admission, in fact, you need to pay the money before your visa interview, because you have to present a receipt at the visa interview. Yeah, so you need to pay that money. You can't just escape it. So after getting the admission, you know, jubilating and all that, the next thing on the list is visa, right? You want to get your visa so that it will enable you to travel. So your visa fee is 67,200 naira. As of recent, is 67,200 naira. So you're going to keep that money because you can't escape that, because you need your visa to travel. So another thing on my list is your COVID test. You must present your COVID test result before you can travel, and recently COVID test is about 51,000 naira. So keep 51,000 naira for your COVID test, because you actually need a COVID test result for you to travel. So for the COVID test, I think prices might vary, right? But I'm using 51,000 naira, right? 50 to 51,000 naira, because that's what most labs in Nigeria charge for the COVID test. So next on my list is your preparation. After getting your visa, you've gotten your admission, you've paid your service fee, now it's time to prepare to come to the United States of America. So, you know, as you're preparing, you're going to need travel luggages, you're going to be buying some clothing items, you're going to be buying lots of food stuff, lots of African food stuff, because over here African foods are damn expensive. I mean, if it's possible to carry one full box of African food, you should do that. So I don't know, so you should keep about 150,000 naira. So this particular point depends on individual, right? Everybody with their different needs. Some people might exceed 150,000 naira, some might not. So it's actually dependent on the individual. So I'm going to use 150,000 naira to make this calculation. So another on my list is the flight money. So it's expected that you book your flight early. First of all, you need to go for your visa interview and get your visa approved on time, so that you start planning ahead, right? So the longer it takes for you to get your visa, the more you wait, the more your flight money keeps increasing, right? So the earlier you go for your visa interview and get your visa approved, the better for you. I mean, this time around you're going to be paying a cheap flight money. When we're talking about cheap flight money, we're talking about 400,000 naira. It depends on where you're going to actually, but in United States, I think you should look for cheap airlines. For example, Qatar Airways, and they are quite affordable, so just keep around 400,000 naira. It could be less, but the expensive ones are more than 400,000 naira. You can even see 600,000, 750. Even the cheap airlines, if you book late, you might end up spending 500,000 naira and above. So depending on the time you book your flight, so it's expected you book your flights early so that you will not miss out on great deals and cheap deals, you know, stuff like that. So last on my list is the money you're supposed to have with you when you come here, especially for those on assistantships and scholarship. Your money won't start coming right away because you want to get your social security number and stuff like that. So I'll advise you hold about $500, which is equivalent to 250,000 naira, so that you'll be safe and, you know, see money that you use and be, you know, doing your stuffs before they start paying you your stipend. So at the end of the day, we are having about a total of 1,583,200. Let's put it in a round figure. Let's just say it's approximately 1.6 million naira. So you should be able to have about 1.6 million naira. It could be less, it might be lucky, and you might be getting app waivers here and there, and also you might be lucky your schools might not be requiring GRE, the TOEFL. You might also be lucky your school will not require West evaluated transcript, you know, stuff like that. So that's why I said at the end of this video you're going to know how much it's going to cost you, because this is a very detailed explanation, right? So you're going to make your own calculations and know where you belong and, you know, how much it's going to cost you. For some people, they might want to take the GRE, take the TOEFL, evaluate their transcripts, apply to many schools. So the amount they might end up spending might exceed what I've said in this video. That's why I said it's depending on the individual and what you want and how you want to go about it. So during my time information time, do not miss this information. During my time, I was lucky to be one of the beneficiaries of MT annual scholarship. So I'm giving you this news today. MT scholarship application is currently on. They started the application 1st of September, so it's going to be ending 15th of September. You're going to be a very lucky person if you're watching this video before 15th of September. So I advise you to rush now and go and apply for the MT scholarship. The MT annual scholarship covers your standardized exam fees such as your GRE, your TOEFL, and also it covers the application fee. So imagine if a body is paying for your TOEFL fee, your GRE fee, your application fee, you won't really spend much compared to what I said in this video, right? So that was what actually helped me. I mean, it's helped me a lot. So look out for scholarship bodies that support students who are willing to further their studies abroad, of which Michael Taiwo scholarship is part of, and I was one of the beneficiaries. So make sure you utilize this moment. I'm going to be putting the link below in this video so that you rush now and go and register. So go to your Google and type MT scholarship. That's Michael Taiwo scholarship, and it's going to pop up. So when you click on it, just click on the first link that you're seeing on the screen. When you open it, actually you don't pay for it. Registration is free, so kindly start applying and, you know, utilize this opportunity. It's a very great opportunity for people that cannot afford to start the graduate school process of schooling abroad. So I think once you open the site, it's going to tell you to put your email address and you can start the process. I think that brings us to the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like my video. Don't forget to share my video, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.